So I want to get into a little bit of how you're planning for the new year. And I've come up with this little framework of mine personally that I want to kind of impart on you and just get some of your thoughts on. So I'm calling it a spirit new year planning. S is for stillness. P is for identifying your priorities. I is for infrastructure. R is for relationships. The other I is for integration, and the T is for timing.
Okay, you ate with that one.
Thank you.
That's very cute.
Thank you. We're going to roll it out on the socials too. So before we get into that, I want to do a little whisper check-in. And you talk about the whisper a lot. I've talked about the whisper a lot on my podcast. But for those who aren't familiar with it, the quote that I always like to relate it to is from Oprah. She says, the universe will whisper. If you don't listen, it'll slap you in the face. If you don't listen, it'll knock you down.
Yeah.
So reflecting on this year, is there a whisper that you heard that you were hesitant to hop into?
Oh, absolutely. My word this year that was soft and loud was surrender. And as I got deeper and deeper in the year, it was so revealed to me, like even what I thought it meant at the beginning of the year isn't even what it meant at the end of the year. I think as someone, I'm the eldest, I'm a former athlete, I did ballet. I very much have a rhythm in my head that is you work very, very hard, almost to the point of exhaustion, and then you rest. And that had been working for me. I had been rewarded for that kind of infrastructure. And finally, which led to my creative residency and me just kind of taking a break, I just realized I can't sustain like this. And so what the word I heard this year was surrender. And at first I thought that only meant let go of control. But I realized through kind of like prayer, I do fast. I think it's so important, for my spiritual practice, but, it was not only let go of control, it was let go of kind of this fixation of what you think your life is supposed to look like.
So good.
Because in an effort to force it into this timetable, you're forcing things. And anything that's like forced, it's just not going to stay. And so I feel like I finally have settled into, if I'm obedient, if I'm walking in my purpose, my steps are ordered, and I really can surrender, and not in a like woo-woo way of like, I don't have to do anything, but in this way of I don't have to worry about the things that are outside of my control. And worry for me used to feel very active. It felt like work. It felt like, ooh, the more that I worry, the more that I can problem solve. And now I'm getting to a point where if my T's are checked, if my I's are dotted, if I've prayed about it, I fully can kind of just like surrender it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's new.
That's great. And it's so interesting because that has been the hottest topic between my friends and I as well.
Is surrender?
Yes, literally that word.
Oh, wow.
We talked about it. I did a holistic wellness retreat for my birthday in Tulum, like no drinking, intentional sunrise yoga. And that was also the theme that kept coming up for us because we are all just like really overly ambitious women and women of color where, to your point, like you are rewarded for overachieving, for overworking, and it's not going to happen unless you work for it. So this idea of surrender was just kind of a topic that maybe you've read about in the Bible, maybe you've heard about, but to actually do it in practice takes a different level of faith that I think we all realized that we weren't really operating within. Where does work ethic stop and surrender start for you?
I think for me, I actually was thinking about this the other day because I looked up to the sky and I just was like, wow, like all of the colors that we've created are replicates of the colors that God created. Like he truly is the ultimate creator. Like we have green because we see grass and we paint sky blue because we look up to the sky. And I mean, that's so like rudimentary, but I just was like, he has influenced kind of the worlds that we're creating here on earth. And so then it made me think about creation and how he created everything in 6 days. And then on the seventh day, he rested. And not because he was tired, but because he was finished. Mm-hmm. And so then it made me think about, when do I know, or how do I know when to stop? And again, I think a lot of it comes with alignment. And I don't always get it right. I think for me, there are seasons where I just know this is a season of strain. Like, I'm going to have to push through the tension. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to build the muscle. But then there's also seasons of rest. And I think for me, knowing the difference has come with me not knowing the difference. Like, I know the difference now because I didn't know the difference in my 20s. Mm-hmm. And I'm realizing now that it is about working in a different kind of way, meaning that the old way of my thinking was, if I hustle, if I burn the midnight oil, if I work longer hours, I'll produce better work. Mm-hmm. The maturity in me now knows that, like, when I reach a certain threshold and it's not due the next day, I can trust my body enough, I can trust myself enough to say, I can come back to this tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And there's not this like inner bully that says, oh my God, you're so lazy. Mm-hmm. There used to be like that inner bully that's like,
absolutely.
What are you doing?
I'm still getting rid of her.
Oh yeah, I'm like, enough.